Hey y'all. This is my first official video for my Everybody's Got a Story YouTube channel. And my first topic for discussion is why I am celibate. And I wanted to talk about it because, you know, I've said things about it before in the past. I never elaborated on it, like on why I am. I know some people have said they thought it was weird. Some people, I got negative backlash for it. And some people think, or I've discovered, think that, oh, she thinks she's special because she's celibate, right? Which, well, yeah, I do think I'm special, or I know I'm special, but it's not because I choose to be celibate. The backstory about that is, once I got out of a bad breakup, so I was in a civil union for some years, and after I separated from my then spouse at the time, it was back in June of 2019 when I officially decided to separate, and I decided just to move on with my life. The breakup was pretty bad, and it left me confused, at sometimes feeling a little disorientated. Like I was trying to make sense of everything, you know what I mean? Like I know I was the one that officially decided to break up. I was the one that walked away. But I didn't want to, you know what I mean? It was necessary to do it. The situation was just too toxic, and it was just causing too many issues within my life and my kids' lives, right? So I separated. June 2019, I officially decided to separate, and I didn't feel the need to go and hop in somebody else's bed. I know that everyone handles divorce, breakup different, right? Some people, they're in so much pain that they feel that running to someone else will make it better, will make their pain go away. Kind of like, drinking, right? Drinking alcohol or doing like really hard drugs. It's like a lot of times people do those things because they're trying to numb whatever the pain is that's inside of them, right? Sometimes we drink because we're just having a good time, right? Nothing wrong with having a cocktail, but if like you're an alcoholic or if you're a serious drug abuser, it usually stems from some kind of issue that's inside that you're trying to run from. And so I kind of look at, hopping in somebody's bed, like hopping in bed to bed to bed to bed to bed to bed. I kind of look at it the same way, kind of like it's a drug being used to numb a pain that's inside. It's interesting too, because I had recently saw online about the actress Gabrielle Union. She wrote a book. I don't know the name of the book, but I know she said, oh, divorced people, when they get divorced, they have a list or a bucket list of fuck boys or fuck people that they want to fuck or something like that. And when I read that, I was like, whoa, like I totally cannot relate to that. And to each his own, right? To each his own. Like I said, everybody handles their pain differently. I personally just couldn't relate to that. And that's how she handled her divorce, right? The way I handled my divorce is I needed to go within. I felt like I needed to do some reflection because I needed to understand everything that transpired. I needed to understand how things came about to be the way they are. And I knew that jumping in somebody's bed wasn't going to solve any of my problems, Now, like I said, to each his own. For me, that's just not my way. I And the way I also view myself, I know for me personally that I enjoy sex better if I'm in love with you, or if I have strong emotions for you. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have some kind of strong connection to you, then the sexual part of me isn't going to be there, if that makes sense. Like, it's like meeting a complete stranger. I don't know this person. Like going, like, you know, some people bar hop. It's like going to a bar, meeting a complete stranger, having a couple drinks, and, you know, the person's like, hey, you want to come back to my place, you know, and you know what I mean? It's like, especially if you're meeting them for the first time, it's kind of like, no. That's me though, you know, it's like, no, I don't know you like that, you know. And most of the time, men, when they invite you back to their place, or, you know, ask you out on a date, you know, a lot of times they're looking for something, you know. It's like they're working towards something, you know. And for me, I just don't operate like that. So for me, after divorce, I just felt it was important to go within and do some reflection about everything that happened, so that I made sure not to repeat the same cycle in whatever future relationship I got into. And like I said, for me, sex for me works better if I'm emotionally attached in some kind of way. I think that's when that's when I'm most passionate. That's when you'll get the most out of me, if that makes sense. And I think everyone should feel that they're special enough to withhold their energy, to withhold their passion, to withhold their love, you know what I'm saying, for the right person. I just know that if I'm going to do it, I want to enjoy it, okay? And I don't want to do it just for some cheap thrill. I don't want it to be kind of like a popping a pill to appease just for the moment, you know? I know there are people that do that. And like I said, to each his own. Everybody handles their shit different. I'm just the type of person where I just rather be emotionally attached in order to enjoy it the most. Like, I want the most pleasure out of it. The most pleasure out of it. So for me, that's with someone that I have a bond with. And it's funny too, because, you know, sometimes people feel like they'll be able to replace your energy, you know. Oh, you know, I'll just replace this person's energy. This person is replaceable. I can go and find someone just like them. And I like to personally say for myself, that's not true. You ain't gonna find me everywhere. You're not gonna find my energy everywhere. You're not gonna find my passion everywhere. You're not gonna find me everywhere, because I am uniquely me. I know what I bring. I know my worth. And and it's interesting because I'm told that my energy can't be found everywhere. I know that though. So I think everybody needs to view themselves like that, you know? I'm special. My energy can't be found everywhere. And I don't feel that everyone deserves access to it, because that's how special it is. Yeah. So that's why I decided to be celibate. And that's why I remain celibate, because I just haven't found, you know, the one that I feel is special enough to have access to me, So, just a topic of discussion. I'd love y'all feedback on this. If you feel the same way, if you've ever been celibate, if you're celibate now, how you feel about it. I know we have our moments of weakness. And what I mean by that, it's like sometimes you just kind of like, you know, that's another topic for discussion though. We'll talk about that later. Thanks for viewing, guys. Peace and blessings.